Let's talk about a problem that's, well, as old as money itself. How do you build a legacy and a fortune that can actually last forever? I mean, really, forever? Today, we're diving into one of the biggest challenges for the world's wealthiest families, and two pretty radical AI-driven paths they could take to finally solve it. This quote right here, it just gets right to the heart of the anxiety, doesn't it? It comes from a billionaire founder, looking at the next generation and having this sudden realization. Passing on money is the easy part, but passing on the mindset, the genius that created it all, that feels almost impossible. It's the core fear of every great entrepreneur. And you know what? History proves that fear is completely justified. Just let this number sink in for a second. 90%. That's how much family wealth is just gone by the third generation. It is a staggering, shocking figure that shows you just how fragile even the biggest fortunes really are. Yeah, this whole phenomenon actually has a name. It's called the three-generation curse. You can think of it like a built-in self-destruct button that has affected basically everyone, from the Vanderbilts way back when to the massive dynasties we see today. But what's really interesting here is why it happens. The rot starts from the inside. This isn't about market crashes or a few bad investments. No, it's that those essential human qualities, that crazy discipline, the gut instinct, that relentless drive, they just tend to fade with each new generation. You can't exactly teach that stuff in a classroom, right? So for basically all of human history, that's just been the unavoidable truth. The clock is always ticking. But what if technology is about to give us a completely new playbook? This is where we find our first path, the wild idea of creating an AI heir, literally building a technological fortress to protect a family's legacy. And this chart just illustrates the core ideas so brilliantly. Let's look at them side by side. A human heir, their judgment can get clouded by fear or greed or ego. They can forget hard-won lessons from the past. Their discipline, well, it fades. An AI heir, on the other hand, operates on pure, cold, data-driven logic. It has total recall of every single transaction and lesson. And its discipline is absolute, 24/7. You're not just advising the next generation, you're literally institutionalizing the founder's genius. Okay, so how do you actually build something like this? It sounds like science fiction, but it breaks down into a pretty clear three-step process. First, you capture. You analyze not just what great investors buy, but the cognitive patterns behind why they buy it. Then, you encode all that logic into an autonomous AI avatar, a digital twin. And finally, you deploy it on live markets, and you let it learn, adapt, and get smarter over time. And look, this isn't just some hypothetical concept. The technology that would power this is incredibly sophisticated. We're talking about stuff like fractal AI, which is brilliant at finding those hidden patterns in chaotic markets, and reinforcement learning, which lets the system teach itself from its wins and losses. But here's the crucial point. These core technologies have been battle-tested for years by financial giants like HSBC and UBS. This is real. And make no mistake, this is a direct response to a massive global need. That number, $6 trillion. That's the estimated pile of assets that over 15,000 family offices around the world are trying to manage and preserve right now. The opportunity here is absolutely immense. But what if the goal isn't to build a fortress to hoard wealth? What if you could use the exact same technology to build a fountain? So let's move to our second path. This is a completely different vision for a legacy. One that uses AI not to protect wealth, but to create massive global social impact. This quote just perfectly captures the mission of this second approach. It's completely outward-facing. It's all about turning AI into a tool that empowers billions of people, transforming a family's wealth into a sustainable engine for social progress. So what is the AI equalizer? Well, it's essentially a platform designed to deliver practical, accessible AI education on a global scale. The goal isn't just to give a handout, but to uplift millions, creating this self-sustaining loop where the dynasty's wealth is used to fund even more social good. And for the philanthropic families who would back something like this, the value is actually measured across three different kinds of returns. First, there's the social ROI, the actual lives improve, the skills people gain. Then there's a financial ROI, which uses things like revenue sharing models to make the program self-sustaining. And finally, there's the reputational ROI, which aligns the family's name with top-tier social good. And this isn't just some vague feel-good idea. The blueprint is super concrete. We're talking global AI courses from beginner to advanced levels, local community labs with actual mentors and microgrants, and fully transparent dashboards so donors can track the real-world impact of their investment in real time. So why is this idea so powerful right now at this exact moment? Well, it's because the infrastructure is already in place. Billions of people all around the world already have smartphones in their pockets. The next great leap forward isn't getting them a device, it's giving them actionable AI capability on that device. So this brings us to a fundamental choice, a real crossroads. We have these two powerful AI-driven visions for what a modern dynasty can be, and this presents any founder with a critical decision about the very purpose of their wealth. And it all boils down to this one simple but incredibly profound question. Is the goal to build a fortress designed to protect and compound wealth inward for generations? Or is it to build a fountain designed to distribute and compound opportunity outward for the entire world? And this chart just lays out the two philosophies perfectly. It's so clear. The fortress, its goal is to preserve wealth, its focus is inward on the dynasty, its metric is a financial legacy. The fountain, its goal is to distribute opportunity, its focus is outward on empowering billions, and its metric is social impact. But what if this isn't a binary choice? What if the ultimate legacy isn't about choosing one or the other, but about creating something new, a synthesis of these two powerful ideas? And this right here is the final, powerful idea that changes everything. That the ultimate legacy isn't a choice between protecting wealth and creating impact. It's about using an immortal engine of wealth creation to perpetually fund a mission of infinite social impact. Which leaves us with this final, profound thought. What if the cold, data-driven, immortal logic of the fortress could be used to power the warm, humanitarian mission of the fountain forever? I mean, what does forever even look like then?